Alright folks, welcome back to the channel. There's been a lot of talk lately about 1S LIPOs and particularly how to charge those LIPOs. I have a few chargers here which you've probably seen before, but I'll give you my thoughts and information about the 4 chargers I have here. So, we'll start from cheapest to most expensive here. This one, I'm sure everybody's seen this, is the Happymodel 1S LIPO charger. It does the standard 2.0 LIPOs, which that's pretty much what everybody's using. No one's using the small connector anymore. This will do 0.2 amps to 0.6 amps, and this also has the option to do high volt and standard on all 6 channels. It'll take a 7 to 25 volt input, both by XT30, a standard barrel connection, and it also has a USB port on it. It's a pretty neat little charger. It does have a few drawbacks to it. One, it is chintzy, cheap, and I don't know. I mean, it works, but it's just like the bare bones construction. The other thing I don't like about it is it screams. You can hear this horrific high-pitched electronic squeal in this thing while you're using it. Just to give you an idea what it looks like when you plug it in. I just have a little AC power adapter here that I lobbed the end off and put a XT60 connector on it. But that's what it looks like. And when you plug a LiPo into it, you see there's like this very faint flashing green. That means it's not charging. And when you plug a dead LiPo into it, if I can find a dead LiPo, and when you plug a dead LiPo into it, it'll go solid green. And it'll give you some information about how that channel is doing while it's charging. And yep, it has that high-pitched squeal to it. So we'll set this guy aside here. Next one up on the list is going to be this one. This is an oldie but a goodie. This is the STRIX HV charger, 6 independent lanes. It does HV only charging at a fixed 400 milliamps. No muss, no fuss, powered on, and it just works. It does have a voltage cutoff, runs from 3S to 4S. If you put it on 4S, your pack starts to get low, it'll shut itself off so you don't kill the pack. This one, it won't do that. It'll drain your LiPo down to nothing. It'll kill your LiPo. This one's really simple. Plug it in. The display's seen better days. A couple of the cells are dead, but green means it's either not charging or it's fully charged. And plug a LiPo in, and it'll turn red while it's charging. Super simple. It just works. It just does its thing. It's very light. It's very small. I'm all about portability here. Next one is this guy. This one has been receiving a lot of hate around the community. ISDT makes some super nice stuff. This is all machined aluminum. Very simple interface. If you've followed my channel for a little while, you'll know that my daily driver cell phone is a Galaxy Note 8. And with the Note 8, it's a USB-C capable device. And with my phone being a USB-C device, I've always got USB-C chargers, quick chargers, and USB-C cables laying around. So the unique thing about this one is it powers itself off USB-C. Very small charger. Just for size comparison, I mean, hell, it's smaller than the LiPo. So if you already have USB-C with you all the time, this is a very light, compact charging solution. It is only 4 lanes. It's pH 2.0 only. And the big kicker on this one is it doesn't do high volt. Now, I have contacted ISDT myself, letting them know how disappointed I am in this not charging high volt. And their response is, we're working on it. We're working on a firmware update, possibly April, May timeframe, to make this work for LiPo high volt. Good job, guys. Yeah, you probably should have done that in the beginning, but hey, you know, we all make mistakes. If you plug a LiPo in, you get a colored flashing light. Colored flashing light corresponds to the charging rate. This will charge 0.5 amp, 1 amp, and 1.5 amps. So this is capable of a lot of power output, but you also have to have the compatible quick charge 2.0 power supply to make this charge up to 1.5 amps. Very, very elegant little solution. Just right now, it's not really at the top of my list because of the fact that we won't do high volt LiPos. And last one on my list is this big old brick bastard here. This is the Ultra Power UP-S4AC. A little different than the other three here. It's way bigger. Just to give you an idea, this thing is beefy. It weighs a lot. 2-button interface. It does all sorts of different types of connections, and the thing that makes it stand out from the rest is it does 2S LiPos. Now all these brush micro whoops, well, they're not brush, or they're not micro anymore, but they're starting to use 2S LiPos with an XT30 connector. This guy will charge them. This one will charge up to 1 amp. It does use a XT60, anywhere from 2 to 4S, so it's a little limited on its input voltage, but it also will plug in to the wall power, so it has its own built-in power supply. So if you took and compared, all right, we got power supply here, we got this guy here, yeah, they're pretty comparable at that point. But it's kind of a clunky interface. We'll go ahead and plug it in for you here. Powers up, tells your input voltage, blah, blah, blah. No, it doesn't like that because I'm putting in too much power. Let's do the wall adapter here. All right. There you go. It's powered up. It has 4 lanes of charging. They can be changed independently from each other. You can change your current anywhere from 1 amp down to 0.1 amp. Get up to 1 amp and it automatically cycles back through. You can change all the lanes to charge either nickel metal hydride, LiPo, LiPo HV, or you can go through and just change one lane to something different. Unfortunately, they will all charge at the same charge rate. So I set this at 0.5 amp. The HVs and channel 4, 3, and 2 are going to charge high volt at 0.5 amp. Channel 1, 2.4 volts. Sorry, it's going to charge at regular LiPo charge at 0.5 amp. So it's a little limited, but it does do that 2S charging. It is a one-stop shop. It has everything in there. There's no need for a power bank. This is the most expensive charger here out of the bunch. So that's my collection of LiPo chargers. Honestly, right now, based on the way everything is right now, my favorite, this guy here, the STRIX HV, by far the best charger here. Plug it in and go. There's no messing around with no settings. There's no options for settings, which sometimes it's kind of nice not to have to think about anything. You just plug it in and it works. In the future, if this thing supports high volt, this will probably be my travel charger for all my micro whoops. But this guy does add the advantage of charging 2S, which is nice for, those 2S XT30 LiPos for your mini quads, or if it's good for charging like the Tattoo, Fat Shark batteries, the 2S batteries. So if I had to pick one, it's going to be this guy here, the STRIX. This one is my favorite. It's the one that goes with me everywhere I go, and it's the one that just works the best for me. Do you have any of these chargers? Which one would you like? Which one would you prefer to have if you could have one? Let me know in the comments below if you have any other chargers out there besides these that you think are probably better, or why they're better. Anyways, like, subscribe. Let Let me know if you have any ideas about these chargers, and as always, keep flying.